welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as check out the description box, which has links to all of my social accounts as well as my website, corashay.com, which if you like this video, you'll probably like some of the content on there. I have hundreds of posts on there, so definitely go check that out. But for now, we're just going to jump into this video.
I can feel your heart pound beating like a kick drum. Love it when I'm this drunk. Ooh, yeah, I can find.
We are going to be talking about the 10 things to do to start every month off right. 10 things that you can do to be organized and to set yourself up for a productive, efficient, just better month. The first thing you need to do is get and use and set up your monthly calendar. It is so important to just get an overall view of what your month is going to look like, and then you can go in and you can fill out appointments, work days, projects, if you have kids and a spouse, all of their activities, everything like that, and just start to get a general idea of what your month is going to look like. If you have a very busy life and you need to have one for your work things as well as one for your family, personal life, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you hang them up in relevant places. Specifically, if you work from home, make sure you hang up your work one in your work office. And then if you just have one for your household, make sure that you hang it up somewhere where everyone will see it frequently, you know, whether that be by the door where everyone comes in and out, or in the kitchen, on the fridge, wherever it needs to be, so that everyone sees it and everyone knows what's going on this month. It just helps everyone in your household stay a little bit more on top of everything. Number 2 is to check on your budget or create your budget if you already have a monthly budget. And so if you already have your monthly budget, go through, follow up, and make sure that everything is correct. If you didn't know when you made your budget that you were going to have XYZ new expense, make sure you add those. Or if you had, a raise, your income is higher, whatever it may be, go through your budget, check it so that you can start making plans and make sure that you're able to actually stick to your budget throughout the month. And then if you don't already have a monthly budget, set one up, go create one. Doesn't have to be complicated. It can just be basic general expenses and income, but try to have a monthly budget. It'll really help your finances in the long run. The third thing I recommend doing at the beginning of every month is to set goals. I am a huge fan of goal setting just in general. I do daily goals, weekly goals, monthly, annual, lifetime, etc. But go through and pick out a couple goals that you would love to accomplish this month. Remember, this does not have to be massive things because this is a pretty short-term goal. A month is not very long. But go through. I recommend doing 3 to 5 goals in general, and they can be a combination of personal, professional, health, whatever is your main focus for this month. But if you set your goals at the beginning of the month, it really helps you stay focused and think about those goals throughout the month, which increases the chance you actually accomplish them, rather than if you just set, your New Year's resolutions or whatever at the beginning of the year and you don't think about smaller goals throughout the year, you're less likely to actually accomplish your goals. Something I really think is so beneficial for so many people, including myself, is to do a 30-day challenge. And this doesn't have to be health or fitness related. I know that's a lot of where our minds go when we think of a 30-day challenge. And if that's what works for you, then that's what you want to do. Awesome. But you can also do things like a 30-day journaling challenge. Make sure that you're spending time journaling every day. You can do a 30-day reading challenge. You could do a 30-day podcast challenge. It can be anything, honestly, anything you want to do. But setting it as a challenge and then, grabbing your calendar and, marking off, that you did it each day. It could be a drinking water challenge. It could be that you want to drink half a gallon of water every single day. And each day at the end of the day, you put a little check mark on your calendar and your notebook that you did that. But setting a 30-day challenge is such an awesome way to work towards your goals and to improve yourself and hold yourself truly accountable for 1 month. Because when you think of trying to do something for an entire year or the rest of your life, it can get really overwhelming. But you're focusing on 1 day at a time to get through a 30-day challenge. You can really help yourself build a positive habit and work on improving yourself in a less overwhelming and daunting way. 5 is let's do some digital organization at the beginning of the month. Go through your inboxes. Clear them out. If you don't already have folders for your emails, go and make folders. Clean out your text messages, clean out your voicemail, get your digital life organized. We talk just in general so much about the importance of organizing your home and organizing your life, but with the current world, it is just as important to go through and declutter and organize your digital life. And if you do it at the beginning of every month, then it never gets really overwhelmingly cluttered up. and you don't have to do those massive like day-long digital declutter purges of documents and photos and everything. Also though, if you do need to do that, I do have a digital declutter video, I'll link it below, where I talk about how to just like totally declutter your digital life. Number 6 is to make a master monthly to-do list. This is so helpful because it's so easy to come up with daily to-do lists, in my opinion, even weekly to-do lists, but there's something that's very helpful about having a monthly to-do list because you can just stay on top of those bigger ticket items in a way that's less overwhelming because you just see it all, you know. And if there's 13 things you really need to do this month that aren't daily things, you know, maybe it's setting up an appointment that you've been putting off or going to the dentist or something like that. When you just make that whole list, it makes it easier to get through it as well. There's something incredibly motivating about checking things off your to-do list. So make your monthly to-do list. It will help you accomplish some of those tasks that you've been putting off. Number 7 is to do some deep cleaning. The reason that I really recommend getting this done right away at the beginning of the month is then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the month. So figure out what monthly cleaning projects you do every month. You know, what needs to get done once a month in your house. And I know that obviously there's personal preferences and that varies by person. I do have a 30-day deep cleaning challenge. I will link that below. You know, and you can try to incorporate one different, so you can have your monthly items that you want to clean every deep clean once a month, and then you can also try to incorporate like one annual one at the beginning of every month as well, and like cycle those throughout the year so that you don't have to do as massive of an annual deep clean as well for those items that only have to get done every 6 to 12 months. But if you just get some of your deep cleaning done at the beginning of every month, you just don't have to worry about it the rest of the month, which is so nice. Set yourself up for a successful month because you don't know what's going to happen this month. You really don't think crazy things can happen. 2020 has taught us that. So if you just already have that done, if something crazy happens, then you don't have to worry about it. Number 8 is to schedule appointments, meetings, plans. It's one thing to put it on the calendar that you need to do it or you're on your to-do list, but you actually got to schedule them. Just go through, commit 1 hour to calling dentists, calling doctors, setting up meetings, you know, if you have to do anything for your kids or your significant other, just do that all in one afternoon or one morning and just get it done with right at the beginning of the month. Then you have it, then you can plan for those appointments and meetings and everything throughout the rest of the month. And rather than it being, we were going to do something fun on Friday, but we can't do it anymore because there's an appointment. You know, set yourself up to know exactly when. 9 is to do some decluttering. I am a big fan of decluttering things. I'm a big fan of just getting things out of your house. You don't need them to be in there. And I know I talked about digital decluttering, but it is also still very important to do a little bit of decluttering at a time because anyone who has done a massive house-wide declutter knows how overwhelming that can be. And then you start to neglect little things because you're so focused on how this huge, big challenge of decluttering things. So go through and like once a month, just declutter, you know, you can declutter closets. You can declutter just the coat closet. You can just declutter the junk drawer. You know, whatever you have, your office, kids, one kid's room 1 month and another kid's room the next month. Whatever it may be, so that way that throughout the year you're just kind of constantly running your decluttering process rather than having to do, you know, committing an entire week into it and being super stressful once a year. Also, along with that, make sure that you keep a running donation bin in your house. Just grab one of those, you know, plastic tub bucket things and just have a constantly running bucket so that you can just, you know, the things you do declutter out from that project or just throughout the month if your kids are able to help with, you know, this clothing item doesn't fit, there's nobody else in the family to hand me down to, just put it in the declutter donation bin. It'll just help keep clutter from building up in your house. I do have a video on that as well, on how to keep clutter out of your house, not decluttering, but once post decluttering, how to keep your house clutter-free. So definitely check that out if that's something that you're interested in. And lastly, I recommend going on a monthly household shopping trip. And this isn't groceries. This is things like paper products, you know, school supplies, toothpaste, anything like that. When you can get it down to a pretty good monthly system of what you're going to need, and then when people in your household need things, but they don't need it necessarily right away, they can add it to a running list on your fridge. You know, grab one of those magnetic little notepads and stick it up there and say running monthly list. And then at the beginning of the month, just go out and grab everything that's on that list and then everything you know that your house is going to need for the month. Because it will save you so much time not having to do like 50 random trips to the store throughout the month. You know, if you can stay on top of what you need and then have your family members help you out by telling you what they need so that you don't have to do as many little trips, it'll save you so much time going in and out of stores. So I hope that this helps. If you guys want more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments below. I hope that this helped out at least one person trying to live a more productive, successful, organized month. I know that changing and making sure that I'm doing all these 10 things has really helped me out personally. So I hope it helps you out as well. Have a great day, stay safe, and please go ahead and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.